Welcome, everyone, to the Texas 250 Live on ERN. I am Alexander Nedd. I'll be giving you tonight's racing coverage along with Dave Huckleberry. I apologize for not being there last night, and it sounds like I missed out on a good one, but the one man that got what we expected, which was a championship bid, was able to put it in victory lane. Tyler Foti is the only man who can feel safe for the next 2 weeks. Dave, I've heard from other drivers that tonight is like a skating rink here. What can we expect tonight?
Yeah, it sounds like this is the old Texas setup, and everybody's saying there's about one low line. If you're in the second line, it's a little skittish, so all the restarts should be pretty wild. So people were trying to get a handle on that during the practice so that they wouldn't all end up in the wall on the restarts.
167 laps tonight, 6 set of tires. That should be fun for strategy. Will we see the caution flag play out tonight? Do you think?
I really don't know, Alex. It could just be a little bit of everything. So I think we got the grid ready to go through. I can go through real quick if you want me to.
All righty, go ahead.
All right, on the pole tonight is Ethan Burrell, followed by Nick Massey, Matthew Weeks, Chris Wright, Nick Indelicato, Johnny Thomas, Tyler Foti, Ethan Stanley, Wyatt Knadel, Ryan Gavel, David Tooker, and Trey Holmes round out the top 12. Justin Vandermarl, Andrew Rucker, Justin Fortner, Jonathan Cutlip, Hunter Smith, Joshua Clark, Josh Robin, Chad Frankenfield, Gerald Campbell, Dylan Thomas, Seth Rawls, Jesse Rasmus are the next 12. Michael Goodman, Braxton DeWeese, Mark Rebelis, Kyle Hanshaw, Robert Hill Jr., Rusty Capel, Justin Durr, Tate Lytle. Look, Tate's back. He was back for the truck race on Sunday and now is making his, I believe, Cup debut for the year. Michael Hossack, Harrison Talon, Joshua Personette, Ryan Schold, and Joe McAdory rounds out the field.
Yeah, we've missed saying Tate Lytle's name there a lot this season. He hasn't been with us, and you would expect as the defending series champion as we wait for the cars to get rolling here. Don't know what the holdup is, but cool to see Tate back at it again.
There we go.
There we go.
Pace car driver must have been using the restroom.
Ethan Burrell, always a strong car with that Pro Edge Racing Toyota Camry. Nick Massey, hard to believe that a man that went to victory lane, I believe, 3 times last year has yet to visit it this year, as in Massey Week's winner from 2 weeks ago at Talladega. Let me see, Chris Wright. Just missing the playoffs. Nick Indelicato, Johnny Thomas, and then Tyler Foti, who we just went by. Ethan Stanley, one of the leading rookies. Ryan Gavel, and Wyatt Knadel. Trey Holmes, ooh, that is a sharp-looking machine as they rounded to turn 4, and we're about to get under the green flag. We've already punched 1 golden ticket. We are going to give away another here today. Who will it benefit? The green flag is out. Ethan Burrell steps on the loud pedal. We are racing here at Texas. Saw how important it was to try and get to the bottom. The 42 and the 48 immediately both dove to that inside lane. a bit of scattered action as Matthew Weeks tries to go for the lead. Ethan Burrell, though, will lead lap 1. But will he hang on for lap 2?
Like Matthew's going to clear him. Massey now coming underneath.
He does. The second Pro Edge Racing Toyota is going to lead the second lap, Matthew Weeks. And he needs all the points he can because somebody is going to make it based on points with how our point system works here. So that's a bonus point for him. Nick Indelicato trying to make some moves, and Tyler Foti, who has to be the only guy that's breathing a sigh of relief here tonight.
Foti never takes very many nights off, though. Even then, he's locked in. He still goes hard.
I heard you said that he's won mostly everything that he's been in this week.
Yeah, and I think in the Xfinity Series, I think he's won 3 straight races.
Quite the role. Could we be talking about a future champion here? He hopefully would like to think so, and I think he can get it done. He has certainly proven that all season long. Our latest winner as well, but he's in a fierce side-by-side battle. Looks like it'll now break free between the 92. Is that
Ethan Stanley?
Yes.
Little 3 wide.
3 wide action here. You see the 10 car had to jump out of it a little bit. It looked like the 40 did not get out of turn 4 to the best of his advantage.
David Tooker looking low on Chris Wright.
I always forget to ask what the fuel window is. What do you think do you happen to know?
I do not know.
If we were to go back to real life, it's between 40 and 50 laps, I believe. If we're settling into a green flag run, and we'll have to see how tires are wearing as well.
Up front's on single file line. Now mid-pack starting to single out.
Chris Wright still in front of Ryan Gavel. I say about 6 of our top 10 are involved in points. Jonathan Cutlip just outside of that in the 11th position.
Yeah, our lowest 2 pacers are 18th Chad Frankenfield and 20th Trey Holmes. They're both way down in the points. Trey Holmes is like 24 points out of the pet, so he would need to win.
Oh! Someone off the pace and off the track right in front of that group. Did you happen to see who that was there, Dave?
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
We stand with a green flag, and we have a new leader there. Nick Massey has been able to get around Matthew Weeks. He's actually put a little distance in front of him. Ethan Burrell, our pole setter, has fallen to 4th place.
Trying to find some close battles here. Rucker on the back of Jonathan Cutlip. That looks a nice looking Coca-Cola car.
Yeah. Oh, caution is out.
Caution. The 46, Kyle Hanshaw.
Kyle Handsaw into the wall in turn 1.
Mark J. Rebelus production replay machine. Like he got down on the apron.
A little loose, but did he have help? See Michael Goodman and oh yeah, a little bit of net code right there. Michael Goodman also gets involved. I would definitely say though that looked like a little bit of net code. But they were 3 wide, and that just does not work, especially in the triangle.
Good deal amount of net code there.
So under caution here for the first time here tonight. Pit road is going to be a busy place, but looks like a split strategy between those who stay out and those who elect to get service and take tires. Nick Massey was the first on pit road, but Matthew Weeks is the first to stay out. We'll wrap it all up for you when we get set for the restart here on
isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, our first restart of the night. The top 18 cars stayed out. Matthew Weeks gets them back going under the green flag, lap 15.
So far, so good on the restart.
Taking a look at the close battle between the 42 and the 5 there.
That was the third position.
Chris Wright wants it.
Harrison
got a car around.
Off track.
But we stay under the green flag.
See what happened there. So he gets up into the
got
wall.
A piece of the wall.
Ooh, he went down through pit lane a little quick.
Now, when that doesn't bring out a caution, that means no tally, right?
Correct.
Alrighty. So just a loss of a lot of time for the 23.
We're all single filed out. When my eyes went bad, I got a little cloudy there.
He's coming. How is Nick Massey doing on those new tires?
He is up 2 spots, the 16th now. Foti actually has made more time than him, though. He got past Massey. He's up to 13th now. Now the lead car on the tires.
See Ryan Gavel and Tate Lytle.
They both also came in. Gavel did. Tate did not. Tate's on the old tires. Him and Gerald Campbell there.
Tyler, again, he's just on cruise control, and he can be. Hunter Smith just in front. Is that Justin Fortner on the outside? And it is. Joshua Clark having a good run inside the top 10.
Hunter Smith with a good run down low.
Nick Indelicado backing up. Oh, Joshua
Clark
Clark thinking about making it 3 wide. Had the run, but not necessarily the position there. This is where you have to be careful because net code is a thing, and that was dicey.
Hunter Smith loose.
Oh, big time loose. He had to jump out of the gas a little bit to straighten it up.
Tate Lytle loose
Tate
through
Lytle through the grass. He's still in it.
Blairborn back on track.
Does a well of a job to keep it from getting into anyone else's way, but
he goes for a part-timer, huh?
Yeah, the Harrison Talon shuffle. That's what I'll call it since Harrison was the first one. So Jonathan Cutlip now to the lead. Could today be the day?
Oh, Gavel's loose in front of Indelicado. Gonna check that line up.
Indelicado gonna try and get around him on the inside in 3. Gavel rings it right back and is able to starve him off.
Gavel's now the lead car on the new tires, up to 7th position.
Oh, you saw the 42 had to get out of the gas there. Almost got it to the back of the 91. Oh, 42 just nipped the fence out of 4.
Cost him a bunch of spots.
That loss of momentum, yes. I don't even think he's going to be inside the top 10. And these are guys all on newer tires, so he really didn't want to give up those spots. I don't think we're done with the caution flag yet, so
probably not.
But I think that move to get tires, I mean, it worked in the All-Star race. That 5 car was backwards, and then he flew to the front, and that was the last thing that we all saw of Kyle Larson minus that $1 million check. he has that other 5 car is doing the same, Johnson Cutlet.
I unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch any of it, but I heard there was a great crowd.
I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't ruin it for you.
No.
Okay.
Usually during the month of May, there's no time to go back and watch anything. So much on to watch.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
I did hear about that hellacious crash that sent one competitor to the hospital. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Steph Wilson had surgery today on his back.
Ooh, hope he's okay.
Graham Rahal is going to take his spot for the 500.
A reminder that it's never just turning left and going fast in these race cars, man. Gavel is up to 5th.
Foti got by him.
So the new tires are coming.
Yeah, they're about 0.4 of a second faster than the older tires.
And that's pretty significant as we see Tyler Foti get underneath our pole setter for the night, and he'll take 3rd. Matthew Weeks and Jonathan Cutlet are Foti's next 2 victims here. Yeah, that's
Could have him in about 4 laps.
Yeah. We'll leave you with some sights and sounds here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Texas 250 live on ERN.
While we take a break, I'll read some of the sponsors' ads. Join APS as our series sponsor. APS offers a complete solution for all types of businesses that need to process credit card related transactions. Their industry specific solutions provide the best options for your business model. They have experienced client service representatives who understand what your processing needs are. Our premier sponsors, you saw the ad from TA Services. TA Services for over 36 years. They've been a trusted domestic and international full-service third-party logistics provider, offering freight brokerage, managed transportation, warehousing and fulfillment, and cross-border logistics services to shippers around the globe. TA Services moves what matters to you. TA Services team makes ship happen for you. Blue Egg Marketing. Blue Egg is the marketing department for small businesses. We help businesses punch above their weight class. Small business owners, Blue Egg is your biggest fan. Finally, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Worldwide Technology Raceway is a motorsport racing facility in Madison, Illinois, close to the Gateway Arch. Features a 1.25-mile oval that hosts the NASCAR Cup and Truck Series and an open wheel series that we're not allowed to say by name. They also have a 2-mile infield road course used by Speed Tour Trans Am, SCCA, and Porsche Club of America. They have a 1/4-mile drag strip that hosts the annual NHRA Midwest Nationals event, and the Kartplex, which is a state-of-the-art karting facility. We'll be right back with more action of the Texas 250.
Welcome back here. Tyler Foti taking no prisoners and He's leaving where he left off at Michigan in the lead.
Caution,
Foti
caution.
doing everything right. Caution is out.
I think maybe Josh Robin, if we can figure out where he is they're slow on the track. What happened there? Replay machines. Tate Lytle into the back of him once and twice.
Ooh. The part-timer is
making his friends.
His work cut out to him, yeah.
Looked like any major damage though, just spun and stopped on the track there to bring.
We don't know about the tally yet, so
that's going to bring down everybody
is
again.
It's going to come down on pit road, I would imagine. While they do that, another quick break, and we'll be back with the restart, and I can go yell at my dog. All right, and as you saw, Tate Lytle unofficially getting our first tally of the evening. Green flag back out. Nick Massey and Tyler Foti on the loud pedal and get us back under the green flag. Lap 41 going to be in the book. So gavel way up high in 2. They are still side by side, beating and banging.
Everybody on equal tire footing now. The entire field came in.
One person who we do not see is Matthew Weeks. He's fallen all the way back to the 9th position. Don't know if he just had a bad pit stop or that's where he was running.
Yeah, it does show his pit lap time is about 5 seconds longer than yours. Bad community gavel here for 3rd position.
This is the first time he's made an entrance inside the top 5 all day. You see them still mixing it up hard in the middle of the pack.
Weeks trying to make his way back up. John Compello. Sounded like you were popping a beer. Caution.
Caution is out. No. I wish. Who is that? Harrison Talent. It has not been his day. He avoided one tally earlier, but I don't think he'll avoid his next one. Just very loose. The back end of the car wants to go around, and he could never just fully chase it and catch it hard into the inside safer barrier on the back stretch.
That's going to be an easy tally for the race control to give out.
Placing us under caution here for just the 3rd time tonight. We'll be back with the restart here. You're watching the Texas 250 live on ERN.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, we're back to Texas 250 here, cleaning up our third caution flag of the night. Tyler Foti steps hard on the loud pedal to get back to racing here. How long does the green flag last this time? Oh, car on the wall there, turn 2. And mid-pack. Didn't see who that was, but
together.
They have it together. We are still green. See, we only have one car out of the race. Joshua Adams, don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he's actually on the track now, moving.
Yeah.
But he may have just got here. He's only showing he's on his first lap. So.
Oh, okay.
He thought he would spot everybody else 50, and then see what happens.
Hey, it worked for him last time.
If he could come back from 50 laps down, boy, would that be a story.
Mm. It would certainly break a record as Nick Massey gets back to the point. That 48 car is looking for a win. Here, and big news for 48 fans, Alex Bowman going to be back at the track. I saw in a tweet here today. It'll be good to see him. He had that broken back from a dirt racing incident, which dirt racing scares the hell out of me. I don't know. Have you seen any dirt racing live? But
no, not.
There's crazy, and then there's what they do, which is crazier. So you cannot touch me with a 10-foot pole to try and go there. Well, look at that. Chris Wright trying to get some action under, who's that, Hunter Smith? I believe so.
Braxton DeWeese making it way up through.
Yeah.
In 13th position, up 13 spots from the beginning of the race.
Our honorary YouTube check-in.
He brings a crowd, that's for sure.
He does. And he's definitely fun to talk about, too, when things are going his way. Couple of cars that have gone to the mid-pack here as of late. Jonathan Cutlip, that 5, and Matthew Weeks in that 11. Nick and Delicato
I'll just slice
just
dicing
behind
right around
them.
this spot.
Yeah. This battle is all just outside of the top 10. See Trey Holmes. Holmes, who it would not surprise me if he were to get his first win in elite and to make it in dramatic.
3 wide, 3 wide.
Ooh, Braxton DeWeese in the middle. They make it stick, though. And work through the tribal heading into turn 1. Still up front, Nick Massey he's almost put a second on new second place driver, Chad Frankenfield. Both Massey and Frankenfield are in the red. They both need a win to try and solidify their point standing here to be a part of that championship 4. Tyler Foti trying to play spoiler.
Points wise,
Just behind
Gavel.
them, Ethan Stanley also having a good day. Sorry there, Dave. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Of the three that are in currently on points, Gavel was only 6 points clear of the cut. So even Jonathan Cutlip, who is the lead point getter behind Foti's locked in, is only 11 points up. So that could all get majorly shuffled.
You need to have every point count because we do know one of the spots, just based on the round, is going to be awarded on points alone. A win locks you in, but you definitely need to get every point you can. Ooh, Frankenfield really close to Ethan Stanley there. Yeah, and the 5 cars that are all on the outside looking in are all in the top 11 right now. '61, this race is flying by. We still have more than 100 to go, but they are clicking laps off pretty fast here. I have to step away just for a moment here. My mom is calling me, so
Okay.
I will be right back. I'll try to pay attention and come back.
Take a look there as they're running at lap 65, where they would finish 4. Tyler Foti, Jonathan Cutlip, Nick Massey, and Ryan Gavel right there, really close.
Welcome back to the Texas 250. You saw that big slide by Gerald Campbell there in the 31. It did not bring out a yellow. So we stay under the green flag here. Also, one of our chasers having a blinking issue, I'm told, that Chad Frankenfield slipped all the way from, I believe it was second, all the way now to 11th.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so some connection issues for the 15. But again, we stay under the green flag here, working lap 79 of 167, almost halfway.
Those 3 championship race spots have been shuffling quite a bit. We showed you where it was as of lap 65, but then Gavel's now moved up far enough in the points where he would displace Massey. Massey would be on the outside, even though he's still in the lead. Ooh. Of course, he would be in if he won, but...
Look at that. That move, Johnson Cutlip was determined to get around that 01 car, and he did so there pretty nicely, but forcefully. To take that 4th spot away. These guys, though, are still 4.5 seconds down the road from Nick Massey.
We are on lap 44 on this fuel load.
So they will need to come in here soon, I believe. Now, I don't know. This is coming from memory. I saw the fuel run ran between 45 and 50 laps here, but I could very much be wrong. I do know, however, we are not within the final fuel window. That I am sure of.
But as they run right now, you really have our championship 4 right there with Nick Massey being the spoiler.
And if he gets in,
I believe
that would lock up another spot.
It would be Weeks that would pop out.
Cars that are not having the best of day. Ethan Stanley in the 11th position there. I think he is the lowest of our championship 9. So actually everyone pretty much having a good day, but a good day might not be enough when you need to be great here. Tyler Foti is running down Nick Massey. And that 48 car doesn't want that 40 car to get around him, because say Foti wins this race, he's already guaranteed a spot, and the 48 car wrecks next week. That would be his chance of a playoff spot going out the window here. I imagine this 48 car is going to be extra wide, trying to keep that 40 car behind him, and rightfully so. Are these two teammates, though?
They are, but they're both Lake Norman.
Okay. So maybe...
Foti may be wanting to push Massey to the win, so...
Yeah. But you see him go for the lead right there and take it. New leader, that 40 car.
You definitely know they're talking, though.
Do we have any word on what the fuel is like? We reach halfway, 80 to go here.
You have some Jesse Rasmus down pit lane.
On pit road, okay. That makes me feel kind of right. He was in my window the 45 to 50 laps on a fuel run. You see, Matthew Weeks has reoffended there and re-popped up in the top 3.
David Tooker down pit lane.
These are green flag pit stops here.
He went 50 laps.
All righty. So he had to back up. That was not the smoothest pit road entry for the 19 car. Oh, the good-looking paint scheme, though.
Bit of a gap from third to fourth now, about 2 seconds. 1.9 seconds between Massey and Jonathan Cutlip.
It'll be interesting to see which one of these front two or three decide to go in first.
Cutlip is catching him at quite a...
I wonder if the 48 just ran the good off his tires there. Oh, yeah. He's way loose. You saw him slide out of 4 there. And he's going to lose touch with the top 2 in dramatic fashion. He was in the same camera shot. He's now fallen to 1.5 seconds back. Wouldn't it be
Dylan Thomas
a sight for that 11 car to try and solidify his running in the championship 4 with the win? He's right on the back bumper of the 40 car. And I mean right on it. He's looking for the lead in 1. Side by side, the leaders are in 2. He'll take it away, and a new leader there, the 11, a Matthew Week, through a bit of a blink for the 40 car. Don't know if that was us or him. The 48 car has slid back all the way to 5th place now. Jonathan Cutlip and Ethan Burrell have been able to get around Nick Massey. The gap's still consistent at about 2.5 seconds. But it's telling me a fuel run here is about 55, maybe 60 laps, which if they can stretch it, they're going to try and make this on one more stop here.
Yeah, we're almost to 60. We're 58 right now.
I got to find my phone to do some math here.
They're all about 1.5 seconds off their best time, so might be doing a little fuel save on everybody up front.
There are 71 laps to go here. If they can make it another 5 or 6 laps, they would be able to split this in half and be able to make it from here on out. So I'm thinking this is the money stop that's coming up.
Mark Rebelis, Tate Lytle in the pits.
Our two tally markers in the same spot here. Tate Lytle and the 23 Harrison Talon also in the pits. Only 2 cars out.
Starting to catch some lap traffic here.
Rusty Capel and another competitor like Ryan Sold are out.
There's Robert. We haven't seen Robert all night.
Having a whole hum of a day in 24th. Not the best of days, but also not the worst. About to go a lap down, though.
No real battles to show on the track. Everybody's settled in right now.
67 laps to go here. And if they make it 2 more laps, that would even out the strategy here. So when do you decide to undercut here or use as much good on your tires as you can to have it on the backside of the strategy run?
Running by Robert Hill there.
Trey Holmes also having a good run there. He's in the 5th position.
Kind of feels like it's going to be until somebody pulls that trigger. They're all contented. They're all running about the same speed. Nobody's passing anybody. As long as they still got fuel, I think they'll stay out.
And yes, and now this is the lap, the halfway mark. So everybody else would be able to make it. The 19, I would be hard pressed. Some of those cars, I don't know if
15's coming in. Chad Frankenfield.
And who is that behind him?
That's Rawls?
Yes, in the 02. Pay window is
Mike
open.
Canadal.
These are the first of our lead lap cars to go down pit road here. And you said they're running about a second and a half off their best times?
Yeah. Most of them were right at 30 seconds for their best times, and they're running about 31 fours, somewhere around in there. Michael Hossack calling out he's coming to pit lane.
And there he goes. Matthew still leading. Trying for his second win.
Justin Fortner also in. Weeks still out on track and pulling away from Tyler Foti now.
Yeah, by 1 second.
Ethan Burrell up on the back of Foti now. Hunter Smith down.
Only 17 cars currently on the lead lap, hoping for a green flag run. You don't want a yellow flag to mess up green flag pit stops in strategy here.
Ryan Gavel, first of our points people.
And again, these are all money stops here. If we go green to the end, they would not expect to be back on pit road.
Justin Tour coming in next lap. McMassey's in.
48 car, he was one of our top 5 competitors. You see Braxton Deweese also sliding into a stop. Dustin Dewar.
Going in slow.
See the 56, I think Tate Lytle has called it a night.
Fodi's in. Nick and
Foti
Delicato in.
And Nick and Delicato are in. Need to have a good pit stop here. Don't slide through your box.
Just
See the 18 of Joshua Personette coming
down.
And that is our leader currently.
Chris Wright stays out. Jonathan Cutlip stays out and gets a lead point for leading lap. Josh Clark stays out. Chris Wright coming to the pit lane next time by. Cutlip is in as well. That's everybody except Josh Clark, who now comes in. That's everyone. That'll cycle through. Cycles it to David Tooker with the lead, who came in lap 87.
Can he make it? That's the big question.
That would be 80 laps.
Yeah.
No.
But we don't know the fuel window here, so it might be he may have decided to pit right on the edge. And why not take a gamble here that you get a caution, everybody comes back on pit road there. You're able to keep that track position.
I think most of them went 75, is that right? No, maybe not. 37 to 110. They went 73. 73 laps. The most anybody's gone so far.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 73 is the long. Weeks went the longest, if anybody.
Where is Chad Frankenfeld? He's in the second position. He's the highest running of our point position cars.
And he came in at lap 102. He might be able to make it to the end.
Things are heating up here. As we close out this one, we'll take one last break and bring you to the finish here. You're watching the Texas 250 live
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, you see we have a new leader there, Chad Frankenfield. The question is, how long will those tires last? You see Matthew Weeks is reeling him in about 4/10 a second, of 4/10 a lap there. So it's not a question of if, but when that 11 car gets to the 15. But are we done seeing the caution flag here? What are your thoughts there, Dave?
I'm not sure we're gonna get very many more cautions just because everybody's all stretched out and not really running close to each other. It seems a lot of people maybe in fuel save mode to make it all the way. So,
Oh,
Chad, big blink.
that was a big blink.
Only 8 laps difference between Chad and Matthew tires.
Who was the latest to come in on that last, our only green flag run with pit stops there?
111 laps looks like the longest. That would have been when Chris Wright and Jonathan Cutlip came.
Okay.
And Jonathan Cutlip sitting in 8th position right now.
In the 8th position there, 5.5 seconds back. Does he have enough time?
Lap times are about the same as the leaders, so he's not catching anyone.
I was overthinking.
Yeah, Matthew, you can see him. He's driving into the shot. We could focus on the 15, but that 11 car is getting ever so closer here. We'll ride on board with them so you can see it in real time. Yeah, that 15 car is just not getting off the corner there. You can see the 11. They go around some lap traffic.
Gerald Campbell.
He is right on the back bumper there. Wow. He's going to try the outside. That's a power move. Yeah, the 15 just has no rubber to try and defend that. Matthew Weeks goes back to the point. Now the question is, can anybody get past that 11 car? That 5 car, he's cut some of that lead down, but he has a lot of work to do. Ooh, this is actually getting very good.
Ethan Burrell making his way past Chad Frankenfield.
Our pole setter, yes. Get back up to the first spot. And I don't think that 11 car really has to deal with that 37. That's a teammate, and he knows what's at stake here. A championship bid. I think that 37 car wants that 11 car in it. So I don't think the 37 car would go and pass him, do you think?
No.
But crazier things have been done.
Definitely true. Do a quick calculation here. Everybody run.
Cutlip up to the 6th position, but still 4.5 seconds back.
So as they run right now, we would have Tyler Foti, Jonathan Cutlip, Matthew Weeks, and Ryan Gavel in our team, with a pretty good gap to Chad. 6 points. Chad would finish 6 points behind Ryan.
And remember, as we've mentioned a couple of times here tonight, one of the spots for the championship 4 will be based on points. You need to get every spot you can.
Gavel into the outside wall there. front of Foti.
I'm surprised that Tyler is as far back as he is, even though he's only in the sixth spot. I thought that car was better running for him.
He was talking in the driver chat a little bit ago about doing some work on his real life car and not having any practice time. Of course, with having that green number in front of his name, he didn't really.
Yeah.
Was the closest battle on Delicato and Cavill.
Getting close to that counter ticking down here. I'm trying to think who I want.
Hooker finally went as far as he could go.
Yeah.
He went 52 laps.
Which we know these guys can make it further than that, but he was going to be unable to make it to the end. I like that graph there.
Yeah,
we
it's
should
pretty
use
cool.
that more. But we don't often get to see green flag pit stops, so.
Yeah, so Cutlip is on the freshest tires of the top 8.
And he's cut that lead down to 3.8 seconds there. With about 27 laps to go, he would have to run some pretty fast lap times. I think he could get there, and that's actually who I'm going to go with the 5. I don't think this is in Matthew Weeks' hand just yet. I'm going to go with that 5 car.
Well, I'll take the easy pick then, and I'll take Weeks just from the simple fact that I think he's got a wingman right there behind him because I'm sure he gets.
That's true.
I don't think Ethan will bother passing him. I think he'll want Weeks to take the win to lock himself in. I think he's going to lock himself in even with a second place. As long as somebody with a red number
get around that 37 car, the 5 car is, and you're right, that could be easier said than done with the wingman in your corner. Chad has to wonder. He just needs luck on his side. He has been there, but things have just not gone in the correct window for him. You see Tyler Foti just behind him. Chad is going to be kicked to 5th place here. Maybe even outside of the top 5 by the time this race, if it finishes under green.
We have everything we need for a caution right here. We have Nedd, we have Tyler.
Oh, the 15 gets into the side of the 40. No. That would be huge.
Somewhere you just made somebody watch and run through their living room back to the TV. What's going on?
I'm joking. Sorry. YouTube land. 22 laps to go. I will say this race is flying by here, and I appreciate that because after this I have to call my mom, even though she's 2 hours behind us. Just one sec. I'm sorry, my.
Now you have to call your dog.
Yeah.
Taking a look down through the field here while out there. No real battles anywhere. And Gavel kind of close with Trey Holmes and Seth Rawls there. That Gerald Campbell going by is not for position. Several laps down. On fresh tires, he just came in at 128. Starting to run a lap traffic now. Easy for me. Jesse Racimus, I believe in the 70.
Now make it 18 at the stripe. That 11 car is looking pretty stout, but I'm telling you, that 5 car is coming. 4.5 seconds, though. It could be, that's a lot to ask, but those new tires could chew it up.
Drivers are chatting about the same thing I said, that Ethan Burrell would not pass Matthew Weeks. And Ethan said, expletive, that he was coming after him and he was going to go for the wins.
Oh, really?
We'll see. He might be all talk.
I would be hard pressed. That's like Tony Stewart trying to go. This isn't like the Daytona 500 or something. Tony Stewart going after Eric Almirola or Kevin Harvick for a championship 4 bid. I just don't see that happening.
They actually pulled away from Cutlip a little bit that last lap. And again this lap.
There might have been some lap traffic. Yeah. Not what the 5 car needed, though. If he's going to try and make me a winner here. I believe in that 5 car. Could we see a winless champion? You know, we almost...
Be hard for Cutlip to get back to the lead too.
Oh, I am so sorry. I have been talking, and
I thought you might have muted yourself. I figured you figured it out.
Oh my God! I just asked. Do you remember back in 2014 we almost had a winless champion?
Now, Alex, what's my usual answer when you ask me, do you remember?
No. For those of you who, and I'm sorry, starting to slur here. For those of you that do remember 2014, it was Ryan Newman who finished second, did not have a win, but came within one position of scoring that championship. It ultimately went to Harvick because Harvick won the race there. But I tell you, I would have loved if Ryan Newman had won the championship. He would have been the first winless champion ever in NASCAR. 1 and 2 in a year that was all about rewarding the winner. I would have loved to have seen that, to see how NASCAR would have reacted.
I would have loved it too, because Ryan's a graduate of the Purdue University, same as I am. So we're both Boilermakers.
Ryan is the only driver for years, the only driver with a bachelor's degree. So I like to throw that out there. It was pretty cool to see him at Darlington. I was able to go to the Darlington race. He spun out right in front of me, which was unfortunate for him. Cool to see for me, but
check on Cutlip, how he's doing. Now he's making up a little time, but not enough, not fast enough.
Yeah.
To be 4 seconds behind.
And how much newer are those tires versus the 11?
3 laps, only 3 laps.
Okay. So not that much of an advantage.
Nope, not at all.
We'll see if that 37 car has anything to do with his teammate, but I'd be pretty hard pressed. And I'll even ask him about it. I was like, if we're able to talk to him, if we don't get a caution here with
gavel door to door
9
with
to go.
Chad.
Wow. They are beating and banging on one another.
Gavel says sorry.
That could be a very important position here. Those two are fighting for points inside of the championship playoffs. But you heard from Dave there, Gavel apologizing to the 15 there. Aussie felt that he was at fault for that.
Those are about the closest competitors that might give us a caution. Massey's going to try to get around Chad now. Slow car down low. Actually,
is that lapped
car, but he is on much fresher tires. That's Jesse Racimus. He came in at 152.
Okay.
Much fresher tires.
7 to go here. This 11 car is going to make me a believer and put a Pro Edge racing car inside of the championship 4 in less than 7 laps. It's a pretty nice ring to it.
Josh Adams, after spotting the field 50 laps, is up to 32nd now. Looks like he may get to the top 30.
He's still 48 laps though. He's not made any of his laps back.
Yeah, he's gonna get what, 6 more laps, so he'll get to 119. That'll get him solidly into the 30th, and that's as far as he can. Everybody's running above that.
Yeah. See the 37 car clear himself in front of lap traffic here. I think he's giving it his all, but not his all, if that makes sense. 5 to
his
go
all
now,
for appearances.
Yeah. But when you're the owner of a team, this is exactly what you hope for. And that 11 car certainly has nothing to be ashamed of. 3 to go this time by. That 11 car wants to see 2 things, the white flag and then that checkered flag. If we don't have a caution, we would go how many laps since our last caution there, Dave?
Well, let's see. Our last caution was around lap 32.
So, well over 130 lap run here. And half a lap for this 11 car. You see the 37 bearing down. I don't know, maybe the 37 car is going to make us a believer. White flag in the win. 1 lap to go here in the Texas 250. Matthew Weeks trying to make sure his name is a part of the playoffs here. Lap traffic ahead. 37 car, his team owner, right behind him. I think that's all she wrote. Out of turn 4, Matthew Weeks is going to be a part of the championship for his second win in 3 weeks. Congratulations there. To that 11 team. I know he's going to like this. You know, I went to the Coke 600 last year, and guess who won? That 11 car. Might be a sign of things to come. Congratulations there, Matthew Weeks, his second appearance inside the championship 4. Solid with the win here tonight, and we'll get a chance to talk to him and his team owner, as well as Jonathan Cutlip, who just came up just a bit short here. We'll take a look at the point standings here as well. See the 11 car burning it down, and rightfully so.
If I can do a quick little calculation my own, this will not be official, but I can get. So we have a few weeks in first. Ethan's not in it. Second. Cutlip third. Tyler Foti finishes in fourth. Nick and Delicato fifth.
His stuff is not gonna.
Sixth, Trey Holmes. Seventh, Ryan Gavel. Eighth, Nick Massey. Ninth is Nedd. And Ethan Stanley was down there. 16. So for my rough calculations, our championship 4 would then be Foti and Weeks locked in. Jonathan Cutlip on points, and Ryan Gavel will take the last spot with 4-point gap over Nick and Delicato.
So still 2 spots up for grabs here. Let's see if we can talk to our podium finishers here. Let's get the 11, 37, and 5 in the booth.
We got the 5.
Jonathan Cutlip, it's Alex up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. You just needed a couple more laps. Did you think your tires were enough to try and get around that Pro Edge Racing dynamic duo?
Yeah, I definitely had the tires to get around him. I just needed a little bit more track position to get back up to him, but that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Were you surprised that it went green that long?
Not really. The setup is a tiny bit loose, which we usually have better racing when the setup's loose and you're fighting the car rather than just trying to dive bomb it. But setup was really fun, really loose, fits into my driving style.
Well, Dave just did a rough house of the points. You are still solidly inside the championship 4 here, but you're not safe with 1 week to go. What do you need for next week? And do you think you have enough to make it either with a win or on points to be a part of that championship 4?
Not really looking too much into points, just looking to put a solid race together. Hopefully we have the speed to get a win there, but as far as just putting a race together, just have to keep it clean and just see how things turn out. That's the best I can hope for, to be honest.
Well, you did a well of a job here. That 5 car also not looking too shabby considering it did win the All-Star Million.
Yeah, hopefully I was able to match it, but just came up a couple of spots short.
Want to give you the time to shout out anyone and anything you'd like as tonight's 3rd place finisher.
I'd like to thank my teammates at Fueled Up. They've been, super fun to race with. Friends over at Pro Edge. It's always fun battling with them. You guys here at Elite, with Alex and Dave putting this together. It's super fun to go back and watch it and just to, see how professional you guys are with, putting this together.
Well, thanks. We tried. It was certainly fun. You were my pick. I was like, I hope he gets there, but
yeah, I was hoping to. I was hoping tonight was the night, but just a couple spots short.
Hey, it's gonna happen, and when it does, I cannot wait to interview about it. Jonathan Cutlip, their 3rd place here tonight. Congratulations, and go get them next week.
Thank you.
Hey, John, when you get back into the driver chat, can you tell Ethan to stop flapping his gums and get into the booth here?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Thanks. I could hear him in the driver chat, but
that's funny.
We'll give him a couple seconds here.
Yeah.
Okay, he's out of time. We'll skip. Oh, there he comes. Hold on, Matthew. There we go.
There we go. Is that my man, E-Dog?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, E-Dog. I got to ask the hard-hitting questions. Were you serious of passing that 11 car at all?
Oh, 10,000%. I knew he was 3 points above the cut line coming into tonight. So, and he was running well, and I figured, if he finishes second, that is not going to hurt him at all. So I gave him every possible thing I had, and I got a good run at him, and then
he caught that lap car at the right place.
Yeah, we caught that lapper just out of 2, and I just got really sideways. I might have had to hit him to actually pass him with 1 to go, but I was trying as hard as I could. I promise you.
All righty. Well, that's great. That's what I want to hear. But as the owner of Pro Edge Racing, it's got to feel good to have a car you can root for inside the championship 4. What is that win like?
Yeah, it's awesome. Matt, I swear he's the king of 5th in the points. So many times he's missed out on the final 4, and I'm so happy for him.
Oh, is this his first appearance? I thought
I'm not sure, but I know of how many times he's missed the final 4 by just a couple points. So
okay.
I'm excited for him. I honestly, not until you asked that question did I really even think about the fact that he just locked himself in. I was so locked in on trying to figure out how to beat him, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. Then the championship race, I can go out there and win, and he can finish second. It'll be perfect.
Yeah. So no hard feelings there. No team orders.
No, I was staring at his back bumper, and I was watching it getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I was getting more and more sideways, and man, it was a fun drive out here, and yeah, I'm happy for him.
My dog, I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
Dega says congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Dega says congratulations. Want to give you the chance to shout out anyone and anything you like as tonight's second runner-up finish.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Grandma, Grandma Carol, Betty, buddy Austin, my best dude Austin watching. They tune into these races every time I'm out here, so it means a lot to be able to put on a fun show.
Tell
for
Austin
them.
I say hi. I haven't
Oh,
talked
for
to him
sure.
in a while.
For sure. But yeah, it's always good to have a good run with them watching and cheering me on, and all the guys at Pro Edge, man. Big shout out Matthew Weeks. He's put in so much work this season, and I know this win meant a lot to him. So big props to him, and thanks to you guys for putting on these broadcasts for us.
Cool. All right, Ethan Burrell, second place. We'll see. We'll be talking to him in next week's time.
Yes, sir. Thanks, buddy.
All right, now we can bring in the winner. There, Matthew Weeks. This is beginning to be old habit there, but it's a good old habit. Congratulations on your second win in 3 weeks.
Thank you, man.
How does this one feel, though? Because this one locks you in to that championship 4.
It feels great because I wanted to get back to the championship 4 since the one before I just choked it away. And we're going to Auto Club, which is one of those tracks just like Michigan that I'm good at. So it's like I have a shot. So I feel good.
Were you at all concerned about your teammate in the closing laps? Did you think he was going to race you hard? I know you guys have the in-car radio chat.
Oh, man, I deafened my Discord, man, with like 40 to go. It was full concentration. He deafened, dude. We show up to race, dude. I mean, if he was next to me, we're going to race hard. We don't give away stuff, man. You know us for so long, Alex. We love just to race each other super hard. I didn't think he was going to get me, but them lap cars really came into play late, and he gained on me. I started pulling on him, and then I was just catching lap cars wrong at the wrong time. But he made me sweat, dude.
He said he was coming for you in the interview.
Oh, yeah.
What does this mean, though? I mean, because he also mentioned how you've missed out on the championship 4 by just a few points. Now that you know that you're going to be a part of it, what does that mean to you?
Well, I've made it once before, but man, I don't know how many times I've finished 5th in points, dude. I'm so close, and I've made it once, and I choked it. I mean, it feels good. I want to be there racing for the championship. I feel like I'm one of the top guys with this next-gen car, man.
Yeah.
I think I should have won probably a couple more races through the year, but there were some mistakes and some bad luck through the way. But I'm glad that we're turning things around now when it means the most.
Exactly. Here, well, as the winner of the Texas 250, want to give you the chance to shout out anyone and anything you'd like, man. Floor is yours.
Shout out 213 Simware, man. You know, check out the website. Got my gear, a lot of other drivers. I appreciate him always, sticking aboard and sticking with me, man. It's been a struggle this year. Pro Edge Racing, man. Those guys, we've known each other for years, and they just make me feel like I need to get better because they're so good. So fueled up as well. A lot of those guys, especially John Cutlet, man. He was fast tonight. That was probably the one I was most worried about because of practice last night, and then. You guys in the booth, man, I love coming up here and talking to you, Alex. I don't get to talk to you much from all the years I've known you, so it's a good chance for me to talk to you and everyone that watches and chat, and let's go win a championship, dude.
Yeah, man. It would be great to see you in victory lane there. I know how much you've wanted that. So, alrighty. Well, my dog is has commandeered. Yeah, Deacon says it's time to go, and I gotta call my mom. So,
and the good thing about this, we locked in, and we can go have fun at Bristol.
Yep, don't have to worry.
Yep. All right, boys. Well, appreciate you guys.
Congratulations,
Alex. Thank you, Dove. Glad to see you back too, man. I don't talk to you as much either, dude.
I like sitting back here quietly.
Congratulations.
All right, boys. I see y'all when I see y'all.
See ya. All right, as you heard it, we'll be at Bristol here in a couple of weeks' time. We have a couple weeks off here. Or do we have a week off? No, I'm sorry. I
so.
just can't. I can't do math. I didn't know what the date was.
We changed the calendar. We changed a month over.
I saw May 31st. I was like, whoa, we must have a week off. But no, we're already at the end of May. So, alrighty. Well, with that, we are going to send things home. Hope everyone had a good night, and we will see you in 1 week time there for the epic finale of the Elite Racing Network. We'll see who our championship 4 is in 1 week time. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight, and congratulations, Matthew Weeks, his second appearance in the championship 4.